Hello and welcome to what should be the final stage of my Foreverlocke challenge. I am going to be taking on the Elite Four today, but before we do, I want to just get a couple of final encounters, which is basically just the Pokemon from the game corner. So what we're going to do is clear out all the items to see how much money we have and figure out what ones we can add to the team, as well as getting the immortal free Magikarp, which will be put in the Gyarados slot because that's very important. We won't be using up any of the potions and stuff. We're just going to get rid of items that I don't think we're going to need, which is most of the TMs. There's a few we're keeping. I keep Ice Beam, keep Rock Slide, and Try Attack. Probably get rid of Horn Drill. What else have we got? 21. Back in the day, I want 21. Number 9 is Takedown. We don't really want Takedown. Don't really want Counter. That one. 40 is Skull Bash. Another one we don't really want. What's 32? 32 is Double Team. Don't really want to use Double Team. I'm not really a stall player. What else have we got here? 20. What is 20? Have I looked at 20 already? 20 is Rage. Definitely don't want that. I can't carry more. I'll go and sell these then. I feel this is going to be quite important for the next run almost. I don't need the Great Balls anymore. I won't be selling the rare candies. I feel that will be a little bit too much of a cheat because they're only here for... I think I may have just sold something I shouldn't have sold. Quite good. Never mind. Actually, I might. I don't know. I think I got Fire Blast, but I never really did anything with it. We get rid of the 2 Awakenings because we've got full heals. It's amazing how much nicer the shop mode is in later games. It's going to be even worse when I go to get the coins, isn't it? Well, the more you sell, the more we make, right? We'll keep the Ultraballs for now. We're going bad with the potions because I might need them during the match. So let's withdraw some more. We know that was good. 21. 20 was rage, wasn't it? So we don't want that. 21. What was 21? We've done 21. Don't know why I need to look at that again. Oh, 3. What's number 3? Swords Dance. I might. We'll get rid of Swords Dance. Probably a mistake, that one, but whatever. I'm gonna keep Toxic, keep Blizzard, and keep Solar Beam. And Fire Blast, but get rid of Psywave. It's not that helpful. So these 42 is Dream Eater, that can go. What's 25? It's Thunder. I'll keep Thunder. What else? 38. What was 38? Fire Blast we already mentioned. And 27 is Fissure. We'll probably get rid of Fissure. Don't need that. So we'll start taking some of the other stuff out now that we want. We want the elixirs for the fight. We want the ethers for the fight. We got the max ethers too. We want the coin case for what we're doing. There's another elixir. We don't need the moonstones. The HMs are fine. I'll keep the PP up in there for now. And that's it. We'll sell the last couple of things we just got out. Which was the TMs pretty much. Let's see what else. I'm not sure how many we're going to get with this money, but there's still, even if I only get the cheaper ones, it's taken a couple of encounters off the table. You know, I'm going to put the rare candies away. Just so I don't get tempted to use them again or sell them. They won't be coming back out of here. It basically was just to stop the grinding, it got too much. You know how long you've got to do on this for that, it's just not worth the hassle. So now we will go and get the Gyarados, or the Magikarp that will be the Gyarados slot. I chose to leave this for as late as possible because basically because it's not I didn't want to have to use the Magikarp on the team early. Hence why it's on the team now. We had a late opening with a Diglett Death. It just seemed to fit in perfectly to my let's get a relatively useless one on the team. Where's backspace? We have to call this after the most famous of all the onyxes. The water onyx. If you get that reference, you definitely watch the same people I watch. We will add that to the team in a bit. Well, not the team, the records in a bit. Where are we with our water onyx? So 130. And that's because we ended up gaining Magikarp. So we don't need the Magikarp slot in use. So we'll just quickly add this to here. Pretty sure it's only like a level 5, isn't it? I think this is just what Route 4 gets called, so we'll just call it that. And there's another one added to the list, so the box is looking very good. And this is an Evo for this game. So it can go and sit with the 2 stages. So as I mentioned, my box is kind of stacked with Mon. Yeah, so we just want to do the game corner stuff. Basically spent all of the money in the casino, like any child would. Will this person offer me better? Nope. You're no help. You're going to be my worst nightmare, aren't you? 150 at a time. Why can't you give me a bigger option? If only there was a speed up button I could find on this. I feel like this was a mistake to do it this slowly. I thought there was an option to do like 500. It's not as bad as it looks, I guess. And this would give us a chance at a Cypher or a Pinsir. So there are some really good options on the table here for, again, later runs. Everything is preparing for the next runs, really. There's only 2 more encounters I can get, and one is the Mewtwo. So that's a nice comfortable one, and whatever's in there, but it might be a bit more difficult to catch. solely because of the rules that I have to box this strong team. And I think my strongest one is about level 40 in the box, so I don't think they're going to be overly helpful. Which is fine. Like, I could just repel all the way through, get the Mewtwo, and then use the Mewtwo to catch. We have plenty of options, so looking at this, I reckon we'll probably have about 2,000. Which isn't terrible. It's kind of all we really need anyway. As long as we have some fun, all that matters. See, I think one of the options is Wigglytuff, and if I get that, that's a good fairy fully. Mind you, I can't really go any other further than the next gen. And I don't think it was a fairy in Gen 2. Which is a shame. But then if we hit enough, we could get 2. All of this is being done solely just in case I wipe. Because if I do wipe, I can't come and do all this at the end. I'm stuck with where we were. I can only transfer everything out. The only other thing I might think about is whether anyone else can learn Ice Beam. Because if I can get Ice Beam on something, that's going to help against Lance. Which I think is still going to be quite difficult with the ones I got. And currently the only thing I think can learn it is not going to be something I want to face, which is the Nidoking. Oh, I'm finally out of money, so it didn't take as long as I thought it would. Let's see what we can get from the prizes. We only want the Pokemon, we don't get too much about the Heat Jam, so we can basically get a Wigglytuff. Which is fine. We're not going to get those two, simple as that. So do we go and add an Abra and Vulpix? Or do we add the Wigglytuff? Questions, questions, questions. Well, the Wigglytuff would be a bulkier mon to have. But then it wouldn't be too bad to have an extra fireman to pick. We're going to take the Wigglytuff. And if when we win, yep, I'm that confident, I'm going to say when, we'll come and get the other two. How much do I have left? 110. not much help, is it? Do we just add the Wigglytuff information? And that's another one added to the selection. I actually thought we would have more, but I have spent quite a lot on things I didn't need to, if we're honest. There's a lot of healing items set up. So that's, yeah, fine. We can always, as we say, we can always exchange them for more. I'm gonna guess this is about level 20. I don't know. We're in Celadon, aren't we? So yeah. And we'll add Wigglytuff to the layout. Well, not the layout, the fully evolved list. That's actually not a bad one to get because it is a fully evolved. So it's just adding to the collection for the later games. Right. Let's go back to where we wanted to end. Our Elite Four journey is ready. And first up will be Lorelei. Which I'm very confident in thinking that Jolteon will take out quickly. I'm just going to put the items I'm going to use at the top, because, and double check what I've got. So I've got plenty of hyper potions, full restores. The only really tricky one I feel could be the Jinx in the first one. So here we go. Let's do this. No, actually, I don't know if I put Jolteon in the first spot. Please say I did, otherwise I think it's Pidgey. I think I did it yesterday. Yes, Kirby is first, so that's good. So, Thunderbolt. Okay, so first one is easy. I've seen Hit take out Cloisters, so same again, boy. Good. 2 down. Oh, and it gains a level. Always good. And I forgot to pick up the Ice Beam TM. It isn't so good. That's 3. So Kirby's having fun here. Oh, Jinx. Jinx is the one I was worried about. Jinx. This is not gonna hurt. As long as I can get about half on the first one. Okay, that's perfect. And it missed, which is even better. And Lapras will be done in 1. Just think this was meant to be the Pikachu slot. we lost him very late on. I don't. We lost him about midway through. Ooh. What can Lapras do to me then? The special won't hurt much. Okay, we broke straight through. So we've done Lorelei then. Next up is Bruno. And he's a little bit more frustrating, more difficult. But I think we should sweep Bruno too. And we don't need the Jolteon, so Jolteon will swap with Chad and probably Surf. Should do the job. Good, that's one down. So we said we're going to use Kadabra here. And we're going to just use the Psychics. We don't want to take any risks, they hit hard. That's good, another one. Guess we also need the Psychics for the next one, which is the Gengar. Well, not the next one, it's like the Ghost Gyms and stuff. Yeah, he doesn't know what to do really, he's just doing them in order. So we won't say anything yet, we'll curse it. So that's two of the Elite Four without taking damage. Which is quite good. Not gonna lie. I feel like Agatha's gonna be just as easy. They're all poison types. I don't really want to risk too much in it, but as in I don't want to risk Chad. So we stick with Casey. Another save just in case. But just looking at what's coming, it's not going to be too much of a challenge. Part of me just wants to get the Magikarp in the match and just do one tackle. And then run away again. It would be quite funny for the fact that it would get into the Hall of Fame. And we're going to go hard with the Psychics here again. Don't need to risk them, we've got the stuff to refill, and if it doesn't kill, we'll use the weaker ones. So that's a nice, easy, comfortable. But it's also worrying that didn't do enough for one shot. I'm going to just save some of the PP and go to Kirby for this. And Thunderbolt should clean up. That's another one down. So theoretically, with what's on the table, the ghost's moves are barely going to hurt anything. So the Haunter I might use the Nidoking. It's only meant to have Lick. What can hurt me? And the same for the Arbok. And then we can go safer against the Gengar. Seems the most sensible one. Yep, and they're still sticking to the order. I thought they used to mix it up a bit. I don't think Nidoking would survive a Psychic, so I don't want to risk it. I just want to get it done and see what happens. We're hoping for a quick Psychic to finish this off. Please get the crit. As we mentioned, the only thing it can do. I don't quite get how it knows to use super potions before it gets hit. Definitely, that's twice I've seen it in this run now. So that's actually free at Elite Four without being hit. So this one is the where it gets a little bit more difficult. It's all about what pace my team has. Kirby starts because it's a Gyarados. And then we're stuck on the Dragonaires, which one is all thunder moves, while the other one has ice and water. And probably want to use, which completely takes out Nidoking. The Aerodactyl should be fine, no problems with that. And the last one's a little bit more difficult in Dragonite. So I may end up going with Jolteon for that too. I'm hoping for a Jolteon sweep, but if we're honest, so it's going for the Dragonair. I think this will be the electric one. So go for this. Doesn't even do half. Concerning. Let's try a Thunder. Should do a bit more. And then put it in. That's not nice. And it's Hyper Potion. And then we missed. Then they get the crit. I think this is the electric one. And I'm tempted, if it keeps using slam. This is the one using slam. This is the electric one, so I'm probably going to go to Nido King. Because it's only got slam and hyper beam, and I should tank both of them. Yeah, and I get one big free hit here while it recharges. I hit the paralyze. And we go for another body slam. It didn't kill, but it's done. This will be the one with the water moves. So we will go back to Kirby. Now, I'm just going to be safe and see what it does. Wrap, okay, I can handle that. Yeah, it's only the hyper beam, which is truly scary. And this did just about half. Okay, I get the crit. Now I need to survive this. Which is fine. We heal because he's recharging. And then we can then just do a basic Thunderbolt. Okay, so he's going to probably go to Aerodactyl now. I probably go to just go to Chad. The theory here is just to heal up. Probably take a hyper beam. Even better that he misses. It's fast, the Aerodactyl, which is okay. This should manage to get a one shot. Okay. Well, it's gone for fly, which is not helpful. It's still not going to hurt too much. Good. Now it's up to Kirby to win this for us now. Now this is part flying, so this should do a lot of damage. Not even half. Not nice. I don't know how well he can take hyper beams. Okay, not that well by the looks of it. I don't know why I've just done that. I should have gone Thunderbolt. Thunderbolt guaranteed the win. Stupid mistake if it gets the crit. Okay, he's now on hyper potion duty. I'm gonna have to go for a Thunder, and I missed one. Blizzard. Yeah, I know I can take most of the special moves without a problem. This is the problem. And he got the crit. Jolteon did not make it to the end. has the recharge at least. And I thought that would have done a lot more. Ah dear, this is probably game over. There's no way Kadabra can survive that. This is terrible. We have completely lost. I had it in the bag as well. Oh dear. It's quite interesting that I could survive a blizzard. If it can hit itself, it would be lovely. I did not realise how bulky Golbat was. Hit yourself, that's better. Get a bite in. Get a flinch. It's really annoying that it's hitting every single one as well. Doesn't seem fair. It's hit both Thunders and 3 Blizzards so far. I just don't get why the Thunder moves don't actually hurt it when it's a flying type. And it's crit. What can Chad do? Can Chad hit a big enough body slam? He can. So now we're going into the champion fight. Basically Chad and a Magikarp. Better Hyper Potion Chad up. Guess we'll check his moves before we dive in. I haven't really used much, so I don't think I'm going to need to do too much. So when it comes to Gary or Billy, the only thing I'm truly scared of is probably Alakazam. Everything else I can beat with just an Edo King. But the question is, will we beat it? Let's just move my dead one to the dead box. And update the layout just so we know how bad it's got. And Jolteon is gone, which is pretty bad. I wanted to keep the Jolteon. The worst thing is there were 2 crits And that's just left me literally clutching at straws. There's a slight chance that Pidgey could come in and do some work, but the Magikarp is pretty much just making up some numbers. Make sure we put him first. I don't need to swap into him. Let's see what we can do. And see whether we can admit that we completely messed this up at the end. Let's just cross off the dead ones. Who was it that died? Golbat. That's one I probably wish I could have kept, but there was nothing I could have done to keep that. There should be a Kadabra that has also died. And finally we had the Jolteon, which we lost. Which again is a bit frustrating, but there's plenty of times to get Eevees. So it is Nidoking versus Gary. I don't even know if I want to actually get into the Hall of Fame or not at this stage. Like, it's gone straight for an earthquake on me, which is not helpful. That's the worst possible start. I really can't even risk healing if it's Alakazam next. I've just got to go and hit it. And I pressed the wrong button. And it's faster than me too. Misclicks for the throw. And that's it. That's it. I can't win. And I had that, but I misclicked and threw it. And that's Pidgey. Can do some magic. He's already using recover on me. Go on, Pidgey. That did a lot more than I thought it would, but he's just going to keep using recover. Well, come on, Pidgey, you're going to beat an Alakazam. No, you're not. But it's up to Fish. The crit, I think, actually mattered then. Tackle Fish. Tackle Fish. And done. So we failed on the first Nuzlocke. That is a very frustrating outcome. So, guess we're gonna have to end it here. Move on into the next game. And see where we end up. So never mind. Thank you for watching, and we'll be back with the next game. Goodbye.